Jake Collier. Jake, are you here?
Yes, sir.
All right, Jake, if you would, please step forward, state your name, whom you represent. Before you begin, on deck will be Michelle Mostert, Linda Magid, and then in the cleanup position, Janine Ratcliffe. And with that, Jake, you're recognized. You have 2 minutes.
Awesome. Thank you, sir. Senators, thank you so much for having us out here. Mr. Schwartner, thank you so much for carrying this bill. I am 100% in favor of this bill. I would ask that you guys not change anything. Don't add any amendments. Leave the bill as it is. It passed through the House under Schaefer. Schaefer worked his butt off, and his staff worked their butts off to get that bill to pass through the House. So if you guys don't work with your constituents and pass this bill through this committee, if you don't get it up to the Senate, your constituents are going to be screaming at you guys. And I tell you that out of respect for your positions, out of respect for the Capitol, because I know how angry and focused people are with this. So I ask you guys, go ahead, pass this, make it happen, and really be bold about putting it through the Senate, Mr. Schwartner, because, I mean, it's up to you. We got to have constitutional carry here. We got to be able to protect people who can't protect themselves. And by arming people without having them make them get a permit and go through all those steps, we can remove that responsibility that the government is trying to take away from the right of a gun owner to have the freedom that the Second Amendment applies to. And that's all I got.
Members, before we go to questions, for the purpose of our audio recording, Jake, would you state your name and who you represent?
My name is Jake Collier, and I'm representing myself.
Okay, members, questions? Senator Lucio, you're recognized.
So do you have a gun carry permit?
I was going to say that. I do not, actually. I did go
How
through.
old are you?
I'm 28.
And you're 28, and
Yeah.
how long have you felt this way about being able to have a gun and carry a gun?
About probably 14 years old. I mean, I've been.
What's kept you from getting a permit?
Well, it's a funny story.
Do you have any kind of record?
No.
record?
No. So I took my courses and stuff like that. I'm a really busy guy. So I, did the courses, I passed and everything like that, and then I just got busy and didn't follow up with my instructor. And so, I mean, frankly, I just didn't want to have to go back and do it all over again. This was years ago, obviously, and I take responsibility for that. But now, I mean, last session we really thought that we were going to pass con carry. We really, that was something that we thought because in 2017, all that. So I was anticipating, hey, maybe I can go to the legislature this session, and maybe I don't have to get my license to carry. Maybe I can convince you guys.
You seem like a very responsible young man.
Yes, sir.
I wish you would have one, gone through the process and gotten one. I did, and I'm much, much older than you are.
Yeah. Well, see, and that's the thing, too. I'll just add, I'm also really involved in my community. I mentor a lot of younger teenage kids, as young as 13, 14. I take these kids, with their parents' permission, I take these kids to the gun range. I teach them gun safety. I make sure that they understand the proper way to handle and carry a gun. They understand. They're young, but they understand it. It just takes somebody to spend that time with them to kind of show them, hey, this is how this is. I get the kids and all that stuff, but that's mostly fear. We're playing into fear when we say that kids are going to be afraid because we have a society with guns. People are already walking around in your grocery stores with guns, people, and they're there to protect you. And there's going to be even more people there to protect you, like me, a guy who doesn't have their license but would love to have it. I would absolutely love to step in the way and help protect somebody else's life before my own.
I don't want to put you on the spot.
Let's do it.
And we got limited time.
Sure.
But, I guess you're instructing people, and you're 28 years old. You seem like a very bright young man.
Yep.
Very proactive and type of person. And I'm just wondering what's kept you from getting your gun license at this point. Even though you support this, I think that the fact that was the law, I got other questions, but I don't want to put you on the spot. Do you?
Well, yeah.
Do you carry a gun once in a while illegally?
I have one. I do. I have a few. I'm not going to say how many, but
you
the government's probably
carried
listening.
it.
No, I don't carry, but I have multiple guns. Yeah, and I keep them closed.
I just You're right, and the people that have been testifying here are right. Law-abiding citizens
Yeah.
should have whatever they feel their rights are
Yeah.
addressed, but law-abiding,
Right.
that's so important to
Right.
us. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys. Have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you, Jake.